The following program is closed captioned for the thinking impaired.
Much of what you hear on the following program may be shocking and upsetting to you. But if you will listen calmly and with an open mind, you may discover the key to the peace of mind and joy for which you've been searching all of your life.
This is the Pro Football Showdown with Packer Dave, Len Ackerman, and sportscaster Les Grobstein. And now, here's your host, Packer Dave.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome to the drool dripping down the corner of the face of radio and internet broadcasting. This is the Pro Football Showdown. I am Packer Dave, along with Bears fan Len Ackerman.
Did you say Bro Football Showdown?
The Bro Football... Yeah, that's right, the Bro Football Showdown. The Pro Football Showdown.
You know what? Now that I can see you for once, you are drooling. Wipe your face.
All right, that's the voice of Bears
Wipe
fan.
your face,
Len
Packer dog.
Ackerman. And first voice you heard, outside of mine, was that of Chicago legendary sportscaster Les Grobstein. That's right, it is the Pro Football Showdown, along with the producer here, the glazed look in the eye, the one finger up the nose, digging for gold, right here on the show. And I'll tell you what, the Bears looking horrible against the Minnesota Vikings. They are out of the picture. And Green Bay with a big win and making the Rams look like chumps.
Green Bay Packers have the momentum. Fall right on their faces.
Thank you, Len.
Lucky.
With the Dallas loss to the Eagles, Green Bay and Dallas now tied at 12-2. The Packers.
Actually, they're not.
Well, I know. Dallas owns a tiebreaker. But Packers,
because of the Packers playing that turkey on Thanksgiving.
Big deal. It's okay.
Still have a shot at home field advantage throughout the playoffs.
Right.
Who would have thought that at the beginning of the season? I was thinking maybe Green Bay might win.
Not even
games.
Brett Favre would have thought that.
Not even
Who
Brett
do they play
Favre.
next?
So it's the
Who
Chicago
they play
Bears
next?
and the Green Bay Packers this week
Playoff
at Soldier
killers.
Field.
Playoff killing Bears. Home field advantage takers.
The only chance the Bears have is, there's two. The same thing that I said before the game when they met at Lambeau. The Bears can't win. The Packers would have to lose, which they did.
Yes,
they did. Too many turnovers.
They handed that game away. And the other thing is,
they blew it.
I don't want to see anything happen to Kyle Orton. I don't want to see anything happen to anybody on either team.
Right.
But if Kyle Orton, let's say he got ticked off at the referee and got kicked out of the game, and Greasy came in, maybe the offense would have an outside chance of doing something. They have an outside chance of pulling something. Otherwise, they have no chance.
Len, I have a question, Len. Why don't the Bears just realize why? I'm asking why. Why don't
Second
the Bears
to last letter of the alphabet.
just realize that they're not bringing any of these three quarterbacks to camp next year?
Of course
and just
not.
give
Wanna bet?
Greasy
I hope
the
not.
ball and let him be the quarterback. They have the best chance to win if Greasy plays.
And beat the Packers again.
You want to bet that at least one, if not two of those, will be there?
Who's coming back?
I don't know.
They
I
don't
do
either
know.
know.
They can't bring in
do
two
know.
significant ones because they have to bring in so many other significant players, and they don't have the salary cap
It's
room.
going to take them years.
And even if they do have the room, the McCaskies are not going to allow them to spend that kind of money.
It's going to take years
They
to
will
revamp this thing.
They will use the salary cap as an excuse like they have for years.
Well, Len, I'll tell you.
In fact, they used the salary cap as an excuse before the salary cap existed in the NFL. That's true. They did. Why do you think they? There was a book written by Moon Mullen of the a great writer in the Chicago area here called "The Destruction and Disbanding of the Chicago Bears of 1985," and it talks about how Michael McCaskey single-handedly
Allowed them
team.
to crash.
He took them
burn.
apart and just dismantled that team.
Executive of the year.
Took
that year.
He was not the executive of the year.
Yes, he was.
Was he really?
In his own mind.
What club
No,
was that? The
I
executive
don't
of
know.
I know
85
you don't know.
Bears. Look,
The executive of the year was not him.
Yes, he was.
No.
Yes,
Well,
he
we'll
was.
check. We'll go back into the Bears archives and
He
the
fired
record
the
books.
executive of the year a couple of years later.
Okay.
I know who you're talking about.
Who
He
was the executive of the year? Okay, we'll find that. We'll go back and we'll find that. But I'll tell you what, the Bears quarterback situation is terrible, but the Packers quarterback situation is fantastic because, they've got Brett Favre, they got Aaron Rodgers, but, the way the Packers are playing, they don't even need a quarterback. You could stick Mr. Rodgers in there.
Get all soapy. Soap suds all over me.
I like
Are
that.
you
Play
done
the-
beating that to
I'm going to
death?
take care of Brett, though. Speaking of beat it to death, I got some Vicodin in here.
Done beating that one to death?
Hey, quit with that Vicodin stuff.
I
That
got-
was 10 years ago.
I got Vicodin right here. You can't tell me he doesn't still take it. Do you think he still takes it, Len?
He's MVP. More Vicodin, please.
And the Lions used to have that, past that, by the way. The Lions used to have that guy, Charles Rogers. But, I still like Mr. Rogers.
Yeah, but they don't have Roy Rogers, but they got Roy Williams, but they can't beat anybody either. In fact,
You
I
ever
bet
been in a bedroom with Mr. Rogers, Len?
No,
That's
but you like to be in that soapy
Cowboys.
tub with Elmo.
Elmo and Mr. Rogers have been together, though.
Okay, well, we've got a lot coming back on the
talk about the
program.
game.
Yes, we're going to talk about the game. We're going to get
Let's
some
talk about
interviews
the game.
from the Bears and the Vikings
Why?
game. I don't know, kill time, I
They
guess.
are terrible.
We got Green Bay coming up against Chicago. It's the big NFC North rivalry, the oldest rivalry in the history of the National
And who leads that rivalry?
Bears by maybe a couple games.
That's
It's
right.
not. It's more than a couple.
That's right, Dave.
Okay, well, just
It's
I'll
double
tell-
digits. Double digits.
It was huge before Ron Wolf and Mike Holmgren and Brett Favre and the Reverend Reggie White came on board.
It's still significant.
The
But
Deacon.
now it's just a few games.
They're not going to catch him.
Okay, and we'll have all of that coming back right here on the Pro Football Showdown.
And it's one larger than it was at the start of this season.
And I am.
That's right.
Well, we'll even that out this week. I'm Packer
You'll do
Dave,
no better than that.
along
Playoff
with
killing Bears.
Bears fan Len Ackerman, Les Grobstein, right here on the Pro Football Showdown. Don't go away.
Bears have won the only playoff meeting.
Now, that's where a football game was held between your outfit and mine. Football game? Yeah, we put up a few bets, 5,000 maybe, and have a little fun. Special Services in Tokyo says it's one of the best gimmicks we've got to keep the American way of life going here in Asia.
Betting?
No, football.